who am I is something most of us, I think at some point we do ask, not in the profound way that we have been thinking about for almost a month and a half now. But every once in a while, we come up with that question. And I think every time we have a different answer for ourselves. Sometimes it's a reflection of what others think of us because we see that in us. And sometimes it's just maybe anger, maybe other emotions, or, a multitude of all of those. So going about the who am I exercise in such a structured fashion was actually more beneficial than any other activity that I've undertaken so far. So to begin with, I think this is what Aristotle says, and I resonate with him, that knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Because it's very easy for us in this day and age to tell others what to do or identify issues with others. Whereas, we don't look within ourselves and we don't know who we are, or we are not true to ourselves. So this is something that resonates. It's there on one of the boards. I seem to have multiple vision boards in front of me and behind me. So it's one of the quotes there. I'm an IS personality. I think we've talked a lot about them, but I completely agree with that. And I think that's who I have been, always on the lookout for new things, happy around people, confident around people, but at the same time, certain negatives that I know I should be working on. And that same happy person can sometimes become a people pleaser. And, that's one of those things that you have to work towards. I love learning. I've been on a journey, I think ever since I remember. I keep working, then taking some time off, learning a new skill, applying that, and then, going forward. Nothing in the world is better than animals, though. I am really respectful towards human beings, but, animals trump humans. So any form of animal, irrespective, really love them. I do think I'm an empathetic leader because it's somehow easier for me to think about why the other person did something, or to put myself in other people's shoes. I find that to be an easy thing to do, and that's where it is. I've been a training and development personal for quite some time, so that's there. I don't know if you can see, there are tons of stationery items behind me. I think I have 1,000 pencils, maybe some 100 odd pens, sharpeners of all kinds. So I love collecting stationery items. And nothing can take me away from true crime, Indian, international, anywhere. That's all I listen to. That's all I read currently. So love true crime. In that, in this sort of a journey, I think this is where you realize that, as I said, I like people. I love collaboration. I think that's my key strength. I'm very adaptable to changes. I find it easier actually, because after a time, if the same thing happens again and again, I do find that a little monotonous. And I do find it easy to help people because it's easier for me to understand if they're uncomfortable, not comfortable. I am slightly sensitive towards people. So my values are essentially freedom, because even if somebody is uncomfortable, if they don't want to talk to you about it, you can't force them to, or you shouldn't put them in a position where it's awkward for them. So freedom to let the other person be and open up or talk or do anything if they want to, only when they want to, is, I think, a key factor in my life. The other is obviously a sense of realism. I am creative, but I don't have a very crazy imagination. If you told me I had to draw a house may have a garden, but that's about it. It would not have running fairies around it. So quite realistic in that sense. My intention is twofold. One is that I understand that we can't help everybody all the time. And it can't be a spontaneous or an immediate thing. Change happens over a period. So each session that a coach takes, each conversation is how I feel I can help others find their true strengths. And if they know their strengths, they'll be able to help others and themselves, obviously. And the other is, and this is more from an experience of the corporate side where I've been working, that sometimes people don't find it to be a safe space. And by safe space, I don't mean physical space, mental space. Do people trust you enough to open up? That is essentially what I want to do. I want to create that safe space that, anybody can come in and talk, discuss their issues, find their strength and understand and know, be assured that this is the safest space there is. Once said, nothing else goes out, and that there's no judgment in that space. So that's my intention from my coaching life. In this new version, I think I lack focus, which I'm sure you've also seen in this presentation. I have a presentation, but I keep jumping from one thing to the other, trying to be more focused in terms of my career and also be more open to new experiences. And by that, I don't mean things that are happening around me, but also different kinds of people, different kinds of thought processes, open to their experiences as well. And most important, I think you can be the best coach, but if you yourself are not in a healthy space, you can't really help others. As they say in aircraft, अपना mask लगा लीजिए, फिर दूसरे की सहायता करिए. It's the same thing with coaches as well. We need to be strong to be able to help other people. So that is something that I think I will continuously keep working on, that, I should not get into a mind space where I am not strong enough to help others. Finally, my vision board is as of a mishmash as I am in my head. So the two sides is my parents and my husband, and my dog, my favorite dog, Balu. His school ka naam is Bakhtavar, and at home we call him Balu, literally. The rest is traveling and reading. I love reading. I've stopped reading and I need to restart. I love traveling and I love solo traveling, which again I've stopped. So that is what I see myself doing this year and next year. A lot of workouts, because I need to take care of my health, obviously. And this is both mental and physical. So workouts for physical health. I'm not in the meditation space right now. I don't find it easy to concentrate that much, but yes, I'm getting there. So becoming more mindful of the world around me, the people around me, the experiences around me, and obviously caring for these three people the most, who are my rock and backbone and everything. So that's my vision board. And thank you so much for giving me the time to present this. Thank you.